What's up, everyone? I'm back in Japan now. I actually arrived yesterday morning very early. Kind of a long flight, still feeling jet lagged. Must have been close to about 30 hours in total, including the transiting through Kuala Lumpur. Yeah, and then it was a 3-hour journey from Tokyo Narita up to where I live. So yeah, pretty long. So this is the current status of the hair transplant. I don't know if you can see it too well because it's kind of bright in here. It might be a little bit washed out. Tell you what, let's go into the bathroom and see if we can see a little bit better. I can see myself in the mirror as well, see what I'm doing. Let's have a look at the back, the donut area. It's less red now and less painful, but it still feels like I've got a really tight skull and almost like a sunburn feeling. And sometimes you get like kind of like a itching, almost feels like there's like insects on your head. But yeah, overall I'm pretty happy with it. Obviously this what they call like a honeymoon phase isn't going to last very long, because after about a month this is all going to fall out, or the majority of it's going to fall out, and then they call that the ugly duckling phase, and then after that the new hair will regrow. So not really looking forward to that, but I have heard some cases where some people don't have that what do you call it, like a shock loss. So I'm hoping I'm one of them people. So I'm still currently taking all the medicine that they gave me. I think I've got like another, it's been almost a week, 6 days. Tomorrow would be exactly 7 days since I had the operation. So 6 days I've been taking the medicine, and I've been letting this heal. I've been doing all the foaming, the shampooing that they told me to do every day. I've been putting some aloe vera on the back just to soothe and help the recovery process. And yeah, I'll show you the medicine which I'm taking. So these two which I've crossed out, I've finished already. So I've still got some. The main thing is the antibiotics, I think, which really helps with the healing. I've got to take that after breakfast, and I've got some corospin or esoperin. I don't know how you pronounce that. It's like a blood dilutant, and then I've got something to help me sleep faster. Atarax, got 25 milligrams of that. Still got some gastroprotective tablets. Lazidin. That's one tablet before breakfast. And yeah, it's just basically a guideline of what I need to do, just so I don't forget, because there's quite a lot of information to take in, and I was pretty drugged up when they did it, so it's hard to remember all this. But yeah, hardest thing is not being able to exercise for, I think it's 2 to 4 weeks. I'll see how it goes. I mean, if by 2 weeks I feel like it's healed nicely and there's no soreness, I might get back into it, but nothing heavy, just like lightweight training or body exercises at home or something. So yesterday evening I went to Don Quixote, which is a discount goods store. They've got a lot of good stuff in there. Yeah, I bought 6 litres of water just to keep myself hydrated. I bought a new neck pillow. I've already got one, but the old one isn't very comfortable, so I bought one of these. And then I just lay this on top of 2 pillows, and then lay my head on this, or my neck, and my head's kind of hanging off the side, so I have to be careful about the donut area at the back. But it's pretty much healed already. But it's just to be comfortable at night time. What else did I buy? I bought a new cap. I don't really do caps because my head's so small, but I need it just to be safe out in the sun, just to protect it. What else? Yeah, the airport was a little bit long. Luckily, I had all the documents ready to hand. So when it came to boarding from Istanbul, Malaysian Airlines, they actually, well, sorry, it's Turkish Airlines run by Malaysia Airlines. So the CA attendants came around to check everyone's passports and tickets before they boarded. They hole punched it, and then she came up to me and then asked me, "Oh, where's your final destination? Is it Kuala Lumpur?" I said, "No, it's not. It's Tokyo Narita." And she says, "Oh, okay. Have you got your PCR test?" And I showed her my PCR test. I showed her my vaccination certificate, and also the PCR test, not receipt, but it's like an official document from the clinic where the laboratory have tested, to say that the laboratory have tested you and that you've tested negative, and it's got like the official seal and stamp on there of the clinic. So they didn't really look at that. They just wanted to see that I've got the 3 vaccinations, or sorry, my vaccination certificate, and to make sure that I've been tested before I board. So I had everything ready to hand, and then as I went through, another lady also checked to see if I had PCR, and I told her the lady had already checked it, and then she said, "Who?" And I said, "Oh, this lady over there with the blonde hair." And then she came over and they spoke Turkish, and then she says, "Okay, yeah, it's fine, go through." And then when I came back to Japan on arrival, it was just so busy. I mean, it was as well organized as expected by Japan, but there's just like a whole maze of things that you have to do before you leave the airport, on top of customs and passport checking, fingerprint checking. What else? They had to check all your documents. But before they did that, you had to log into this app called My SOS, and that all had to be filled out as well. So they needed like not only a paper documents, but they also needed a digital copy of everything. So that took some time. And then, yeah, I was just glad to get out of there and then just get home and get some sleep. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. So with the PCR testing, obviously, I needed that to be negative before I came back to Japan. And when I left, I printed off an official document from the Ministry of Health on the Japanese website, and it's both in Japanese and in English, so that when the clinic in Istanbul fills it out, you have to submit that to Japanese immigration. Then they can obviously also read the Japanese. But the funny thing is that when I give that to the clinic, how can I say? It's better to show you, and then I can explain it better. I think I still got it here. Yeah. So this is the official document, Ministry of Health, Labour and Welfare, Japanese government, and then it's got a certificate of testing for COVID. It's got things like your name, the date of when you did the PCR, your date of birth, and then it's got the type of PCR that you took. So they've put like a nasal swab, and there's some other ones as well, like saliva and yeah, I can't pronounce that word, whatever that is, nasopharyngeal or whatever that is, and then the testing method, and then positive or negative, and then they sign it at the bottom, the name of the medical institution. But originally after the testing, they gave me this, and then I had to wait 4 hours for the results to come back. And so after 4 hours, they emailed me and they said, "I'm negative, it's fine." But then this is the only piece of document that I had. So I said to myself, well, what's to say that I didn't fill it out and then I submit this to Japan and they wouldn't be none the wiser? So I didn't really understand that. So it was kind of at that point I had kind of like a light bulb moment and thought, well, maybe I should get some kind of extra document or receipt to say that I'd paid for this and that I was actually negative. Because I know how Japan is how strict they are with this kind of stuff. So I said to them, "Can you get me a receipt for one, and two, is there like another like document to say that I'm negative?" So they emailed that in a PDF form. I think I've still got it somewhere. Yeah, here it is. So it's got the actual laboratory result report, and then it's got the Republic of Turkey Ministry of Health. So I don't think they really looked at this at the airport or at immigration. They were just more concerned about this, which is obviously for their purposes, because this is the official Japanese document. So yeah, but yeah, pretty happy